Here's the deck. A little breakdown on how this is going to work. You can see this metal pretty good. So this metal goes behind the paper. So any water that soaks through the stucco hits the paper. The paper is over top of the L metal edge. So water will get on top of this. And then what we're doing is doing the flashing, taper, paper, paper, and gonna get it nice up to the edge. And then this is the more narrow one. Then these are big, like 3 feet rolls of the rubberized flashing. And so those are all stuck down already, minus we just have to come back through and get this one little piece. And that does make a difference for sure. And then on the edges, it goes to the edge metal. So nothing would really, it'll run off the edge. It won't try to drip back under. And we could do a gutter there. We don't have to. We could do it later. And right now, the metal, educational videos, of course. The metal is going down with the staples. The diamond mesh or the expanded metal. And then the lightweight elastomeric concrete will go, which is also waterproof, will kind of go onto this, really like stucco. It's a lot like stucco, but it's lightweight and it's waterproof. So and this is sloped 1/4 inch per foot, so we end up with a couple inches slope. So water comes running down, hits this, will make its way over the edge, and then this is the gable end. Not a lot of water is going to run off this end. Whatever rains here will end up here, but these ends over here, that's going to have, I'll walk my step, that's going to have the whole roof worth of slope rushing off the edge. That's why I put the gutter here. So the gutter is going to pick up most of the water and then go to the downspout. But whatever does rain on here will end up on here, and it will slope off this way, and this one slopes off this way. So getting it all cleaned up. I got to go to work though, so I'm going to miss a lot of this action. But that's an update for now on the deck. Just verified the lights worked. Talk about cutting it close. I got to get out of their way. They're getting ready to prep the deck, but now they're using the outlets I just put in to blow the deck off. I got to put one more roll of little waterproof flashing tape kind of adhesive rubber right here. Blow and clean all this stuff off, and then they're gonna start putting down this diamond mesh expanded metal kind of thing, because the next layer would be the waterproof concrete. So they're moving on it. So that'll pretty much conclude the electrical. I'll probably make a new one about the video, about the deck. Pretty quick deck update. So the last of the little ceiling rubber sticky stuff is down, and they got the whole thing lined with the diamond mesh and a million staples, as you can see. So the next stage, today is Wednesday, they're going to come back Saturday and do the first coat of the elastomeric. It's like Dexotex is one brand for it, but the elastomeric coating won't be the colored coat. It's just gonna be kind of like the skim coat, he said. So looking pretty good. A little different out here, but it's coming along. Well, I missed a lot of this work, so I had to go in and get ready to go and do some work before work. But they mixed up this specific deck stuff, and then came and kind of like skim coated the whole thing. So it's just basically, it looks pretty much like wet concrete, but it does feel a little lighter, and it's pushed into the lath really good. And so this is the waterproof mix right here. So I believe I talked to them kind of. I mean, we talked about this several times, but I talked to them, and their plan is to come and work in the mornings while it's kind of cool because it doesn't have that much working time. And so, you know, this is the mix of stuff here. Now it's mostly water now. Looks like they're mixing it out. So it's this stuff. Life Deck Specialty Coatings. I don't know exactly what the next step is, but I suppose I'm going to find out. So hopefully tomorrow I'm able to have a little bit more time and kind of watch what they do a little bit more. They did a nice job of covering up the edges so that way I didn't get blobs of the gray stuff on there. But it's pretty exciting. It's looking really cool. By the time it's done, it'll be a nice tan, like sandstone finish. So that's what they're up to. It's only 10 o'clock and they just took off right now, so I imagine they'll be back real early tomorrow. Well, this is the next day. It's pretty interesting stuff. It feels a little softer than concrete. Yeah, it's very interesting. Kind of rubbery, kind of plasticky. If that makes sense. It was the lightweight, waterproof concrete would kind of feel this way. So, pretty exciting. We'll go downstairs and see what they brought today. I guess they do this, and then they're gonna sand it, or at least scuff it, and then I think it takes the next level, the next layer, like the next coat, and then they got the paint. It's pretty expensive paint. We'll go check that out. Come on, you. So there's like kind of a weird spongy float. And then this is the stuff that gets mixed in to make it waterproof, mixed in with the lightweight concrete kind of thing. And then there's the powder. So I believe that's really what's going to make this stuff waterproof. And then finally, the paint is over here. Come on, you. Come. So here's the paint. Sandstone, 1 gallon. It's gonna be a light tan. It's gonna be sweet for sure. Pretty expensive product, but it's definitely gonna be nice. So I'm gonna jump out of the way. In fact, I gotta go in and do work on the computer again, so I probably will miss a lot of what they do, but maybe I'll try to knock it out and, you know, take a couple minutes and get to watch some work. But some things turn out good. Come on, you. Good. Oh yeah, it's looking beautiful now. Really nice texture. A little more to go. This is sweet. Check this out. Oh, motorcycle. Alright, well, it's the next morning. And this is the deck. We like the deck. It's an interesting feeling. It's a little soft. It's almost rubbery feeling on your feet. But I think it's a really nice color, the sandstone. Yesterday I had a bail, like, you know, just barely made it to work on time, trying to stay and help as long as I could. But turned out sweet.
It's got a good texture, so it's not real slippery. It's kind of similar to a stucco texture. Looks like the paint covered really well. Everything looks nice. It's clean. I still have to figure out the railing, so that'll probably be the final part of the video. But it's looking sweet right now. Looking really good. Feels bigger too with the lighter bottom. I mean, it's like 40 feet long this way, so it's nice for sure. Beautiful. Well, I was kind of expecting this video to be about the wrought iron, but a little under the weather, maybe sinus infection, which is my typical, and might have even turned into pneumonia actually. So I'm gonna lay low for a bit. So I'm gonna wrap this video up with just what the deck is like. We're out here, just enjoying ourselves. At this time of day, if we're sitting back near the wall, we're in the shade. It's pretty warm today, I'd say 90, but it feels pretty good with the breeze rolling through. I mean, this is the amount of noise. The only real noise you hear is I have the vacuum running in here. But just occasional bird or, hawk kind of stuff. See a rabbit, a couple things crunch. Maybe the quail. Occasionally a coyote trot through those avocados, but it's nice back here. It's quiet. I can just barely hear the sprinklers running over there in the avocado grove. So, end of the deck video, but kind of trying to give you a feel for what it turned out like. I'd say this is one of the most valuable spaces of the whole project for sure.